An inception of a new day begins with a sunrise. A new beginning to choose who we want to be or what we want to become. Life well lived is not void of struggles, but it is deliberate in choices. It is the sum of those choices that defines us. We are choices. We are individuals. We can choose to shape our world. We can join the millions of voices shouting that we are more. There is beauty, strength, freedom, and hope in the world. There are generations beyond our own, and we can pave a way for them. We do not need to live in a world of some days, and someday was yesterday. We can choose to shape our world. We are capable of incredible wonders.
Far too many people are merely surviving in their lives rather than actively living their lives. I mean, it's the same thing day in, day out. You get up, you work all day, and in between you frantically run around trying desperately to take care of all your duties and responsibilities. And some people simply accept their situation, whatever it may be. But it doesn't need to be that way. Let me tell you my story. Now, I spent more than 25 years in a corporate career with companies like Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, and Nestle that took me all over the world, from Netherlands to America, South Africa, Switzerland, and of course the UK. And in my last job, I was giving everything to United Biscuits as the managing director for Asia. And then in 2017, suddenly out of the blue, I was made redundant because an employer can just do that to you. And after that experience, I wasn't so keen to jump back into the rat race and sell on my time to someone else without any loyalty from their side. So I thought about doing something for myself, maybe set up my own business. But when push came to shove, it's hard to find the right opportunity. And when you then think you might have the right idea, it's either too expensive and you never get a return on your investment, or it's too complicated. I mean, who really wants to be dealing 24/7 with endless administration and default payers and complaining customers and you name it? So I didn't really want to work for someone else again, and I didn't want the hassle of running a stressful multidisciplinary business all on my own. And to be honest, I would prefer to not work full time. So my wife and I then decided that she would take care of the here and now with her job, and I would focus on securing us a better long-term future by trying to set up an income that could continue into our retirement. And that's why in the past 6 years, I have focused on building a buy-to-let property portfolio to complement our pensions. And I chose property because the rental income is a recurring passive income, i.e. it means the returns are not directly correlated to the hours of effort that you put in, which is what I was looking for. Now, the downside is, of course, that it requires capital to invest in these properties in the first place. So the income potential is eventually limited by the size of your investment. So the holy grail then is, of course, a source of recurring passive income that does not require capital. But where on earth do you find that? Well, it all came together for me when a good friend of mine, Henry Kerkhoff, introduced me to a product called Transfer Factors from a US biotech firm called 4Life Research. This company, product, and business model is exactly what I was looking for. And learning about this has given me a renewed purpose and lots of positive energy. And I'm hoping that when I tell you about it, that you might feel the same. Now, have you ever heard of colostrum? Colostrum is the first substance that the mammary glands of all mammals, including humans, produce after giving birth before producing milk. And one of the key functions of colostrum is to charge up the baby's immune system with the immune information from the mother. And in 1949, an immunologist by the name of Dr. Henry Sherwood Lawrence first discovered the specific amino acids in colostrum that pass on this immune information. And he called them transfer factors because they transfer information. 4Life Research has patented and proprietary processes to extract these transfer factors from the colostrum and then concentrate them in a powder that can be ingested via capsules or solutions. Now, transfer factors are some of the most unique molecules in our body. They provide intelligence to the immune system in three very important ways. They help recognize, respond, and remember threats. So firstly, transfer factors help the immune system to recognize threats quicker. And these threats can be external, from viruses, infections, bacteria, etc., or they can be internal cell changes like malignant tumors. Secondly, they help the immune system respond more effectively by attacking the threat quicker and harder, or leaving it alone when it's a false alarm. And thirdly, transfer factors support the immune system's ability to remember past invasions, allowing your body to respond quicker if they reoccur. And because transfer factors are so intelligent, they don't just boost the immune system, rather they help regulate it, i.e. they can kick it into action when it's sluggish, or they can suppress it when it's overactive. For example, in the case of autoimmune disorders, when the immune system mistakenly attacks and damages healthy cells in the body. And as a result, even though they are not medicines and they're not designed to cure illnesses, we have many examples of customers who've gotten significant relief from immune-related conditions, like, for example, allergies and eczema, long COVID, infections and inflammations, asthma, diabetes type 1, gastrointestinal disorders, rheumatoid arthritis, and even cancer.
4Life Transfer Factor is clinically proven to activate the immune system within 2 hours. Transfer factors aren't vitamins, minerals, or herbs. They are molecules that transfer immune memory and knowledge from one cell to another. They teach your immune system to recognize, respond to, and remember potential threats. 4Life Transfer Factors provide vital information and education to your immune system. Let's follow the path of transfer factors through the body as they raise your immune IQ. First, the capsule travels down your esophagus to the stomach. There, it dissolves, and the individual transfer factor molecules are released. The transfer factor molecules enter the intestines, where they encounter groups of immune cells called Peyer's patches. Peyer's patches are concentrated centers of immune cells, and this is where 4Life Transfer Factor begins educating your immune system. They support many different kinds of immune cells, such as natural killer cells, T cells, B cells, macrophages, and more. When the transfer factors encounter an uneducated immune cell, they enter and educate that cell so it can better recognize, respond to, and remember health threats. From there, the newly educated cell creates more transfer factors to place on its surface. As educated immune cells come into contact with uneducated immune cells, they pass their immune system knowledge to those cells. The education spreads cell to cell until it reaches a lymph node, a concentrated source of immune system cells. Here, the educated cells work quickly to transfer their immune system knowledge, and soon all the cells in the lymph node have transfer factors to pass to the rest of the immune cells in your body. This transfer of immune knowledge spreads throughout the body until your entire immune system is fortified by transfer factors, making for a smarter and more vigilant immune system. Try 4Life Transfer Factor products today to raise your immune IQ.
Now, if you're a skeptic like me, then you might think, okay, well, that all sounds great, but do these products actually work? Well, yes, they most definitely do. That is why all 4Life products come with a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee if you're not fully satisfied with them. And if you have any comments or questions or complaints, you can call a toll-free number, 0800 customer service number in the UK. And the product effectiveness is very well documented in many scientific and medical publications about not only transfer factors in general, but also about the specific transfer factor products from 4Life, which prove that they actually strengthen the immune system. And because it's proven effective, 4Life Transfer Factor is also included in the physician's desk reference, which is the reference source that all GPs in America use to prescribe medication. And on our website, we have some links to some of the most impressive studies that have taken place. But don't take my word for it. I mean, here are some testimonials from doctors who are so impressed with 4Life transfer factors that have actually joined the company's science board.
Even as a medical doctor, I'm truly amazed on a daily basis what kind of incredible results transfer factor brings to people.
When I first learned about transfer factor, I went online, I did a PubMed query, and 1,800 citations came up.
I researched a lot of products before I got involved with 4Life Research, even had my own nutritional supplement company, and I can say as a medical practitioner that there's no product available that better supports overall health.
So the product actually works. But do people actually realize how important their immune system is? And are they interested in their immune system? Are they worried about it at all? Well, if they weren't before COVID, then they certainly are now. I mean, your immune system gets weaker because of many, many influences on it. And some of those are unavoidable. Like, for example, getting older. Did you know that your immune system gets weaker as you get older? That's why people over 50 were the first ones to receive their COVID vaccinations. And now there are things you can do to support your immune system, like eating a healthy diet, avoiding stress, doing more exercise, and getting enough sleep. And the challenge with all of these is that they require profound lifestyle changes that are very hard to sustain. But fortunately, 4Life transfer factors are very easy to incorporate in your daily routine. Now a little bit about the company then. 4Life Research is a US biotech company based in Salt Lake City, Utah, founded 25 years ago in 1998. And they are a science-driven, privately owned company that have dedicated themselves to improving the physical and financial health of their consumers. And the more I learned about this company, the more I realized that this is a very professional and reliable company indeed. They've been at the forefront of transfer factor development for 25 years now, and they generate a revenue of $500 million at the moment. They hold tens of patents, the company is debt-free, and they have an advisory science board with doctors and scientists that I mentioned before. And they take extreme pride in the quality of their products and their manufacturing. This is not a fly-by-night manufacturer from China. Have a look at this.
In the heart of the Wasatch Mountains in Vineyard, Utah, USA, is 4Life's manufacturing facility. The building amasses 175,000 square feet or 16,000 square meters. Just how big is this? That's the size of a professional football stadium with room for 60 to 90,000 spectators. Inside, the plant houses the most innovative and state-of-the-art manufacturing equipment. Through this technology, 4Life is able to blend, test, encapsulate, bottle, and package its products. Why is this important? Because it allows 4Life to completely control the quality of its products. From raw ingredient handling to finished product storage, everything, from start to finish, is upheld to the highest quality standards. And if you know us, you know that quality is everything. After receiving, every ingredient is quarantined and tested for identity, purity, strength, and composition. Finished encapsulated products are also quarantined and undergo quality control tests to verify that all specifications and label claims have been met. In fact, just one bottle of 4Life Transfer Factor Plus undergoes hundreds of tests prior to release for sale. The new facility means that 4Life now produces around 80% of all 4Life products and 97% of encapsulated products. 6 encapsulation machines generate anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million caps per day, depending on demand. The environment of the facility is no less than pristine, with pharmaceutical-grade standards for cleanliness and strenuous employee practices for ingredient and product handling. 4Life has contracted with NSF International, an independent third-party certifying body that audits procedures, programs, facilities and equipment, documentation practices, grounds, sanitization and lab operations. 4Life's manufacturing facility boasts an A grade from the NSF certification process. NSF ensures that the facility adheres to CGMPs, or Current Good Manufacturing Practices, prescribed by the United States Food and Drug Administration, an agency that regulates and enforces safety of products. The NSF mark on 4Life Transfer Factor Plus Trifactor formula represents a further certification of product contents, an assurance that the composition of the product and ingredients have been verified to match what's on the label and that they have been assessed for the presence of contaminants, microorganisms, and pesticides. 4Life is on the TRACES list. TRACES is the European Commission's online platform for sanitary certification required for the importation of food into the European Union. The facility has also passed halal and kosher inspections and has received the accompanying certifications. In short, anything that goes in or out the door of our facility is held to 4Life's high consumer quality standards, so that consumers can be sure they are getting the very best of the best, and we can be proud of what we are putting out into the world.
Okay, so where can you get these products? Well, they're not sold in retail, so you can't get them in the likes of Boots or Holland & Barrett. The only place where you can get them is directly from us, on our website or via our app. And consumers place an order via the app or website directly with 4Life, who then ships the product straight to them without any intermediaries. And if you think about it, this business model is a hybrid between three of the most successful companies of modern times: Uber, Amazon, and McDonald's. Because in the same way that Uber earns a commission for connecting people who need a ride with drivers, or Booking.com earns a commission for connecting people who need a hotel room with hotels. In our business, you will earn a commission for connecting people who want to buy transfer factors with a US biotech company that makes them via an app. And you will earn commission. It's all about offering a simple way to connect people with the product or service they're looking for in exchange for a commission, like Uber, like Booking.com. The analogy with Amazon is, of course, that our customers order a product online and it gets shipped straight to their door without any intermediaries. Simple, e-commerce. And the synergy with McDonald's is that the people running McDonald's are franchise holders. This means that they are independent operators who can sell the McDonald's products and use the company's infrastructure while using the tried and trusted ways of working that McDonald's teaches them. Now, our business is much the same. You run your own transfer factor business and we will teach you the tried and trusted ways to be most successful. So how will people then get to know about this website or this app where they can get the products? Well, via word of mouth, the most effective kind of advertising ever. And it is human nature to trust and prefer knowledge that you hear from family or friends over any advertiser or brand. And in fact, 92% of customers will trust a suggestion from family members or friends over any online or traditional marketing. And that's where the massive opportunity for people like you and me comes in. Because instead of paying huge fees to marketing campaigns and advertising agencies and media owners and in-store displays, etc., 4Life is paying its own customers to spread the word. And literally, if you try the products and you like them, all you need to do is talk to other people about them. And you don't need to sell them anything. You just tell them about the product and about your own experience. And if they're interested, you just invite them to watch this video. And if your contacts like what they see and they decide to try the products for themselves, then you get commission on their purchases. But it gets better. You don't get commission just once, like with drop shipping. You get it every time they buy, for as long as they keep ordering. And because these products are consumables, they will run out sooner or later and they'll need to buy again. And in fact, we know that about 50% of our first-time customers end up incorporating the transfer factors into their daily consumption. And it gets even better than that, because when your contacts then tell their family and friends and they also start buying, you will get commission on their purchases as well. Now, 4Life has the most generous and fairest compensation program in the industry, with commissions, bonuses, rewards, prizes, etc. And on average, you will earn about 7% of the revenue that the people in your so-called downline generate. And in the beginning, that will be even higher than that. Like I'm going to give you an example just now where it is about 14%, so double. And it doesn't matter how many people have entered the business before you. The only thing that matters is how many people you bring in after you. Now, let me give you a specific example. If you bring in, say, 3 new customers once, who each bring in 3, who each bring in 3. In that case, you stand to earn £1,000 a month, every month, not just once. How difficult is that? Do you think you could find 3 people? Well, if you like the sound of that, why don't you find 6 customers who find 6 each, who find 6 each? In that case, you'll earn £3,700 a month, every month, month in, month out. And in this 6x6x6 example, you end up with 216 people at the 3rd level. Now imagine if all of them, each of them, bringing in another 6, then suddenly the customer base explodes to 1,296 people and your income explodes to well over £10,000 a month. And you can do that over and over again as often as you like. This is a different way of earning a living. Traditionally, you would sell 8 hours of your life per day. That's half of the time you're awake. And you do that for 40 years, making somebody else rich in the process. And then the day you stop working, you stop earning. The clever modern alternative is to have a simple business that generates a repetitive income which is not directly correlated to the amount of hours that you put in. And this repetitive, largely passive income we call a residual income. And because the income comes from the business organization you've built up, not from yourself, it keeps generating cash for your loved ones even when you're not there anymore. And the good news is that our business offers an opportunity to generate such a residual income that is accessible to anyone. I mean, in order to invite people to watch a video, you don't need a degree or money or business or sales experience. And if you're an introvert, or you think you don't know anybody, or you feel like you'd be selling pills, these are all just hurdles that you put up in your own mind which prevent you from taking action. We will help you get over any of such limiting self-beliefs that might crop up, to help you live life differently, because you'll be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You essentially run your own business on your own terms, but with loads of support from the people around you. And all the heavy lifting gets done by the parent company, 4Life. They do all the research and development, the manufacturing, the product registrations, the legal work, the logistics, the customer service, the admin, and they have developed the entire IT infrastructure with the payment systems, the website, and the app. Which means that you can literally spend as little or as much time on it as you want, purely based on your own ambition. You can do it in between school runs, during your lunch break, a few hours every weekend, a couple of hours in the evening when the kids are in bed, whenever and wherever, as long as you have access to a phone and ideally a computer. And then your income becomes repetitive. So you make an initial effort to start now, and then you will earn ongoing returns. So don't ask yourself why, ask yourself why not? You don't need to give up your day job or make any investments to give it a go, but you might well find that it becomes an income replacing effort before you know it. So if you agree that these are good products from a good company, then there are 3 possible ways in which you could get involved. Firstly, you could become a preferred customer and enjoy the health benefits of the products. Secondly, you could become a distributor who buys products and then sells them on as a profit. That's a route that is sometimes preferred by people who already own a store where they can sell the products. But the real opportunity is, of course, to start your own business and start generating a residual income. And we would love for you to join us. Don't overthink it. Just contact the person who sent you this video and we will help you overcome any doubts you might have and help you start earning.